Coolers are hot, apparently. Yeti sales up 26% last quarter as the company sold more of its coolers and other products. Drinkware as well was doing well. Matthew Reintjes is joining us now. He is the CEO of Yeti. Thanks for being here, Matthew. So as I mentioned, sales up 26%. I noticed the breakdown, though, interestingly, direct-to-consumer sales up 46%. To be expected, right, at a time like this when people are not going to stores as much. But I wonder if that is part of a longer-term strategy as well. Your wholesale channel sales only up 6%. Do you think that that's going to be something you're going to be seeing more over the longer term, that people come straight to Yeti to buy your products?
Yeah, thanks for having us. We had a great quarter. Incredibly proud of our brand and our team, considering all that 2020 and what the world faced, and excited for what we have coming in 2021. You know, one of our stated strategies when we went public in 2018 was to continue to be where consumers want to shop and continue to evolve our digital reach and our D2C business. And we've really been on that journey for the last 5 years, bringing our D2C from less than 10% of our sales to over 50% of our sales.
You know, Matthew, when you look at the split between, you know, kind of the cooler products, the bulkier stuff, and the drinkware, I'm curious how you're looking at the future of that breakdown. And you saw faster growth in some of the coolers. A lot of people spent a lot of time outdoors in 2020. I'm curious how you maybe see that trend going forward, both as life normalizes, but also I think a lot of people may have realized the outdoors are great, and a lot of those products are certainly better suited for that use.
Absolutely. And we've always focused on driving a balanced portfolio between coolers and drinkware and our expansion categories. You know, we believe we have a brand that is much bigger today than the product portfolio we have. And that's really rooted in the quality and performance of the products that we create. As it relates to 2020, as we introduced both our brand to new consumers, we introduced it through both coolers and in drinkware. And then you add the evolution we've seen for a number of years, even pre-pandemic, which is this idea of active outdoors, the health and lifestyle benefits of being outdoors. And we think our products and our brand are well suited to take advantage of that trend. And it's, for us, not just a pandemic trend. We saw growth, strong growth before the pandemic. We saw strong growth exiting 2020, and I feel great about where our business is positioned.
Matt, I remember being down the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with you in 2018 on IPO day. We talked a lot about coolers, but since then, there's been an explosion in this category, a lot of competitors that have come into the space, yet you continue to put up these results. For those who perhaps don't understand the brand or believe in the brand, why do you think you have been able to put up these results, even with really an influx of competitors?
Yeah, as we go into these markets and create attention around the premium nature of the products we can design, you know, I think it invites people to come into the market to try and take advantage of some momentum. And what we always focus on is continuing to drive innovation in our products. And we've done that and will do that in all of our legacy products, even as we're focused on driving new products. I think the other piece of it is both what the brand stands for and being true to design great products, bring shocking performance to the market, and give consumers a reason to believe, and then make sure the product backs it up. And that's really been our focus, and never stop innovating. And we've continued to do that through our coolers, our longest standing coolers, and our drinkware. And today we announced an expansion into a really exciting category in bags.
Let's talk costs for a moment, because we have seen input costs for a lot of manufacturers go higher. Where are your products made? Are you seeing any bottlenecks coming from there? And I'm also curious, as we head into this new administration, we know that President Biden just had a conversation with Xi of China in the last 24 hours. How are you thinking about the potential for cost increases and decreases based on the sort of relationship between the two countries?
Yeah, there's a lot of things in there. One of the things that we're focused on is making sure we have a global supply chain and one that can withstand any single disruption. And I think we showed that through the pandemic and our ability to pivot and make sure that we continue to bring supply to reach the rising demand. You know, one of the things our team focuses highly on is making sure we build strategic partnerships. And and how we build those partnerships with our suppliers. Cost is a component of that. And as we drive success and we drive demand, that we're working together to make sure we're managing costs so that no single input cost really kind of hits the business directly. And we always have offsets. And that'll continue to be a focus of ours. One of the things as we grow, we bring demand and we become a valuable customer to our suppliers. We'll also continue to look to globally diversify our supply chain. We've talked in the past about diversifying elements of our supply chain from some concentrated positions in China in particular, and we'll continue to look at being a global sourcer. At the same time, we're looking to build the global commercial side of our business.
Matt, how do you think the pandemic has changed Yeti?
Yeah, I think it changed us in a lot of ways. When mid-March hit and most of the world really woke up to the reality of what the pandemic could mean, we set out with a mission to say we're going to do three things. We're going to protect our people, we're going to protect our brand, and we're going to protect the financial strength of the business. As growth started to come back to the business, as we reported quarterly, and then just today, we really took advantage of the opportunity to expand. And we had a mantra internally that regardless of what 2020 was going to give us, we were going to emerge and exit 2020 as a stronger, better business. More global, more direct to consumer, really strong balance across our product portfolio with a full innovation pipeline. And so we feel great about that. And then the consumer dynamic with people having a lot of their lives disrupted, and they were parts of their lives that were important to Yeti in the past. Gatherings, backyard barbecues, sideline sports, commuting to work, an office-based culture. We were able to pivot and take and meet people where they were, which was getting outside and active. And so both those themes play well. And as the world evolves back to whatever normalcy or looks like in the future, we think we're well positioned to flow with it and tell great brand stories and bring great product to market.
Matthew Reintjes, the Yeti CEO, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.